science of today is the technology of tomorrow, says the scientist Edward Teller. Namaskara to everyone present here. On behalf of Param Foundation, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome our distinguished guests, respected dignitaries, advisory board members, donors, well-wishers, partners, and my dear friends. It is a privilege to have you here with us as we mark the significant milestone, the inauguration of our new center, ParSEC Whitefield. This morning, we gather not merely as attendees, but as united community committed towards creating spaces where ideas can take shape, where questions are encouraged, and where young minds can engage, discover, and grow. We are honored with the presence of our esteemed chief guest and all of you who have taken your time out to be here and support us on this momentous occasion. Your presence makes this occasion truly special. To begin, we invite you to take a brief look at the vision and journey of Param Foundation. May we request everyone's attention to the screen for a short film on Param Foundation.
Step into Namma Bengaluru, a city brimming with opportunities where innovation and culture blend harmoniously. We welcome you to join us in this extraordinary experience. Introducing Param, Asia's largest multi-experience center. Imagine a vast 15-acre complex covering 1.2 million square feet of state-of-the-art facilities, where the realms of science, history and culture converge to create an immersive experience. Param's architecture features a unique hyperbolic paraboloid design, embodying both dynamism and innovative structural approach. Here, visitors of all ages embark on an enriching journey of discovery, exploring the beauty of science and technology, fostering the curious innovator within each individual. Param is also home to a cultural center where diverse artists, musicians, and cultural influencers celebrate and showcase diverse performances. With a seating capacity exceeding 3,000, it stands as Bengaluru's largest indoor auditorium, a stage for unforgettable experiences and cherished memories. Further enriching the Param experience, our History Center is a realm where the past comes alive through interactive narratives and captivating visuals, honoring the intellectual prowess of India's cultural legacy. Beyond its diverse experiential offerings, Param also features comprehensive commercial facilities, including food courts, multi-purpose amphitheatre, guest rooms, banquet halls, and an exhibition center for over 1,500 guests. Param is more than just a venue for entertainment. It's a catalyst for meaningful change. Not only shapes our initiatives, but also propels efforts to uplift and empower underprivileged communities. The revenue generated from this project supports critical endeavors such as providing high-end residential training for aspiring students, revitalizing the Gurukula education system, and expanding rural development activities across thousands of villages. Join us at Param and be part of something genuinely transformative. Together, we can inspire future generations, drive innovation, and forge a brighter future, not just for Bharat, but for the world.
Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, from darkness lead us to light. May I now invite all of you to join us for the ceremonial lighting of the lamp. I request the chief guest and dignitaries to join us for the lighting of the lamp as we invoke the blessings of the Almighty to lead us from darkness to light.
Sir, hello sir. Can you sit, sir? ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಲೆಗಳೇ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಸರ್ ಇವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಇವರೇ ಓವರ್ಲಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಏನು ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ.
Thank you, dear chief guests and dignitaries. As we mark the beginning of leading us from darkness to light, may we now request all of you to kindly rise for the national song, Vande Mataram. Request the chief guest and dignitaries to please adorn the dais. Thank you. As we begin today's proceeding, I would like to invite a visionary who has been closely associated with the journey of Param Foundation. Shri Devanand Ji is a social entrepreneur with over a decade of experience in building and scaling technology startups. Having begun his career with a brief stint at Wipro, he has been deeply engaged in the social sector for over 11 years, contributing to the large-scale impact-driven initiatives. He's also co-founded many successful startups. He's been a key resource person in establishing a university, an integrated hospital, and experience-led spaces across art, hospitality, and culture. He currently serves as a board member and trustee of Param Foundation, playing an integral role in shaping its direction and initiative. Please join me in welcoming Shri Devendra ji to deliver the welcome speech.
Ellarigu namaskara. Good morning everyone. Good morning to all our distinguished guests, our chief guest Padma Bhushan Dr. K. Radhakrishnan ji, Padma Bhushan Sri Chris Gopalakrishnan ji, advisory board members, partners and friends. It's a privilege to welcome you all to the inauguration of ParSEC Whitefield. Today is not just about opening a new science experience center, but about beginning something meaningful that we believe will grow and create lasting impact. One of the powerful messages from Chinmaya mission is that transforming India to transform India. Param Foundation worked with one of such simple but powerful ideas. At Param Foundation, we believe that immersive experiences have the power to spark curiosity, build confidence, and unlock creativity through do-it-yourself, fun-filled exhibits. Based on rational thought, our long history and vast diversity spread across. ParSEC Whitefield is designed as a space where people don't just observe, but explore, experiment, and create. We believe that science should not be limited to textbooks because it exists all around us. It is in everyday life, in how things work and in the questions we ask. What we want to do is create spaces where people can experience this directly, where they can engage, get inspired and begin to think differently. Spaces where learning is not passive but active and driven by curiosity. And Param Science Experience Center, ParSEC, is built exactly around this thought. With the right environment, people develop curiosity, creativity and confidence. This leads to innovation and eventually to contribution as innovators. ParSEC designed to support this shift from observing to thinking, making and contributing. ParSEC Whitefield is an important step in our larger vision of Param Foundation. Our journey began 2 years ago with Param Science Experience Center, Jayanagar, where we saw very encouraging response from students, families, young adults, educators and science fraternity. Since then it was welcomed 75,000 plus visitors, trained 55 plus teachers in experiential learning through Carnegie Mellon USA collaboration, conducted more than 52 workshops across various disciplines and hosted 5 hackathons so far. It validated the need for space like this, what you experience today and you are going to experience now onwards, where people can engage with science in a more hands-on and meaningful way. ParSEC Whitefield builds on that foundation. Whitefield Center being located in the heart of India's technology ecosystem, this is envisioned as an open innovation space where young minds, enthusiasts, educators and industry can come together to ask questions, test ideas and build the future. It is not standalone effort, but part of growing network that we aim to expand across the city and beyond. As we look ahead, our focus is on reaching more people, building meaningful partnerships and ensuring that such experiences are accessible to a wider audience. We want to create an ecosystem where learning, exploration and innovation become a natural part of how young minds grow. I would like to take a moment to thank our advisory board, partners and everyone who has supported us in this journey. And a special thank to the team whose effort and commitment have made this center a reality. This is just the beginning. If this space can inspire even a few people to ask questions, to explore, to create, then we have taken a step in the right direction. Thank you and I welcome you once again.
Thank you, Devananji, for that warm welcome. It's my honor to introduce a distinguished leader who has played a defining role in shaping India's technology and innovation ecosystem. Please welcome me in introducing Shri Chris Gopalakrishnan, who is a global respected technology leader, entrepreneur and an institution builder. He holds a master degree in physics and computer science from the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, and is a fellow of the Indian National Academy of Engineering and an honorary fellow of the Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers. A co-founder of Infosys, he served as its CEO and Managing Director from 2007 to 2011 and later as Vice Chairman from 2011 to 2014, guiding the company during a period of significant global growth. Widely recognized as a thought leader in business and technology, he has been featured among the Thinkers 50 Global Business Thinkers and was named Asia's top CEO in IT services by Institutional Investor. He served as president of the Confederation of Indian Industry in 2013-14 and as co-chair of the World Economic Forum in 2014. Awarded the Padma Bhushan in 2011, Shri Gopalakrishnan currently chairs Axelar Ventures, the Board of Governors of International Institute of Information Technology, Bangalore, the Vision Group on IT, Government of Karnataka, and the CII Startup Council, while actively supporting research in brain sciences, aging, and deep tech innovation. Please join me in welcoming Shri Chris Gopalakrishnan ji to share a few words of wisdom.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to this joyous occasion, the inauguration of Param Science Experience Center, ParSEC Whitefield. Congratulations to everyone at the Param Foundation, all the people who have collaborated with Param Foundation in setting this up. Building something like this takes vision, patience, and a deep belief that the future is worth investing in. I believe this community is richer because of it. For the young people here, students, curious minds, future scientists, and entrepreneurs, this center has been built, I believe, for you. The makers are done, the hands-on labs, the spaces for exploration, they are all an invitation for you to actually ask questions, to try things, to fail, to try again, and to discover that you are capable of far more than you imagine. We had a walkthrough, and this is my reaction to that walkthrough. And to the parents, teachers, and mentors here today, your role is equally important. Every great innovator had someone who believed in them before they believed in themselves. I hope ParSEC becomes the place where that belief is born. Innovation in science and technology are the engines of human progress. When science advances, it creates new products, new industries, new jobs. It generates wealth, and when wisely reinvested, that wealth creates a virtuous cycle of progress that lifts everyone. Think about what electricity did for humanity, what internet did, what vaccines did, what green revolution did for India's food security. None of this happened by accident. They happened because curious minds asked difficult questions and worked tirelessly to answer them. India today has an extraordinary opportunity not to consume innovation but to create it. And I believe it can start here. It starts with a child picking up one of the items displayed here, or using the maker's adda and asking what can I build with this. Over the last several years, I have witnessed something remarkable. A new India is emerging. Curious, hardworking, risk-taking and entrepreneurial. An India that's not content with the way things have always been done. I see it in young entrepreneurs building unicorns from hostel rooms. I see it in fresh graduates choosing the social sector, going into remote village and understand communities because they believe in a better society is possible. I see it here with the volunteers with ParSEC. I see it in teenagers teaching themselves to code and design and build because their hunger to learn is greater than any barrier placed before them. This new India is not waiting for permission. It's rolling up its sleeve and getting to work. And when I see all of this, I feel genuinely, deeply confident that the India this generation is building will be a better India, a more confident India, one the world will look with admiration. Now what makes me even more confident in this is this. The spirit of curiosity and inquiry is not new to us. It is woven into the fabric of our civilization. Our ancestors embedded self-correcting codes into sutras and to transmit sacred knowledge with precision across generations. My name is Ashtadhyayi, written 2000 years ago, anticipates concepts in formal language theory that computer scientists only developed in the 20th century. Our farmers practice data-driven agriculture based on planetary positions and seasonal observation. Ayurveda prescribes personalized treatments based on individual constitution, a model that modern medicine is only now rediscovering. Yoga, meditation and fasting, validated today by neuroscience at institutions like Harvard and Stanford, are things our grandmothers already knew. Vastu Shastra, principles of natural ventilation, light and harmonious spatial design are being rediscovered by architects grappling with sustainable living. The world is coming back to these ideas. So the question for this generation is, will we be the ones to reinvent these traditions with tools of modern science, rigorously test them and reintroduce them to humanity with the full force of science behind them? That's one of the greatest scientific and entrepreneurial opportunities of our time. The world really needs solutions that are sustainable, equitable, accessible, affordable and inclusive. India is uniquely positioned to build them. We have the scale, 1.5 billion people. We have the talent. We have the deep tradition of frugal innovation. And increasingly, we have the ambition. Just look at what ISRO has achieved with frugal innovation. India must become the crucible where these solutions are created. Not just for India, but for the world. And each of us has a role. If you're a student, stay curious. Build things, break things, learn from both. If you're a teacher or parent, protect that curiosity. Give your children questions, not just answers. Celebrate the attempt as much as the outcome. If you are an entrepreneur or professional, mentor young minds, young people. Share what you know. Invest in things that matter. If you are a policymaker or investor, create conditions for innovation to flourish. We need to build trust and confidence in our collective capacity, because that belief, more than any resource or technology, is what unlocks human potential. As I stand before you today, looking out at all of you, looking at the energy I saw during the walkthrough, looking at the founders of Param Foundation who actually turned the vision into the space that you see here, I feel hopeful. Not the fragile kind of hope, the bold, grounded kind that comes from evidence, from watching this generation rise. From knowing that our civilization has navigated extraordinary challenges before and carries with it the wisdom and creativity to navigate the ones ahead. ParSEC is more than a building. It's a statement that this community believes in its young people and is willing to invest in curiosity, in making, and the long rewarding work of building something new. I'm confident that ParSEC will light that spark that this new India is waiting for. And I cannot wait to see what this generation is. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you for your encouraging words, sir. We at ParSEC truly believe that ParSEC is a place where belief is born. We now move on to the next address. It's my honor to invite our esteemed chief guest, a distinguished leader who has played a defining role in shaping India's space program. Dr. K. Radhakrishnan is a renowned Indian space scientist who has served as chairman of the Space Commission, secretary of the Department of Space, Government of India, and chairman of the Indian Space Research Organization. Under his leadership, India became the first country to reach Mars in the very first attempt. He holds a bachelor degree in electrical engineering from University of Kerala, a postgraduate diploma in management from the Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, and a doctorate from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. He also serves as a chairman of Param Foundation's advisory board, guiding our vision and direction, and continues to contribute his expertise as a chairman and advisor on several advisory boards. A recipient of Padma Bhushan, Dr. Radhakrishnan has been widely recognized for his contributions to science and national development. May I request you, sir, to kindly address the gathering.
Esteemed colleagues on the dais, Shri Krisko Balakrishnan and Devendraji, all distinguished Board of Trustees, the sponsors, and all young friends of Param Foundation. I'm extremely happy to be here with you on this day, delighted and deeply impressed with what our young colleagues have done in this center, which I would say is one order better than what they have done in the Jayanagar Center. And we look forward to, in the near future, a major center coming up near Bangalore, which should be at least 2 orders better than what we have today. It should be visited by the global community and the Indian community. And we need to have replicas of that world over, representing what India has and where India is moving today. Our Honorable Prime Minister has given us the direction for the Vikasit Bharat 2047. That is our aspiration. And we want to be there with Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliance in technology, science, etc., etc. And what we have is this demographic dividend which others don't have. All our young men and women on the budding new generation. The crux of it is how do we shape this new generation to harness that demographic dividend for the future growth of this nation. And what Param is doing is a major step forward in that direction. We have a platform for experiential learning for our young kids, the youth and their teachers. And this experience, what they get here, could be replicated later in all the schools that we have. And why Param is quite distinct from others, because here we have the confluence of not only science and technology, innovation, but we also have the confluence of culture on one side and the history on the other side. And why this is important? In the first part of our presentation, there was a scene with a lot of elephants. That is the Param of Trichur, which is happening today. And a few hundred years ago, a Maharaja of a small province brought spirituality, culture and commerce together and brought a self-sustaining revenue model for running that, and it is running. Here we see lakhs of people today intermingling with a few hundred elephants without fear. And people from all walks of life coming there. And if you look at their turnover, this will be a spike. So this is a lesson from the history. So when we develop technology, when we do innovation, we also should learn from our past and see how do we create unique Indian models for India and show that to the world. It's extremely important that this center is in the midst of what is happening in technology in India. And the best brains have come together and they are doing great things for the world. We should inspire our new generation to take paths of career in this area and create intellectual property for India and create wealth that could be used for noble purposes. And the mere presence of Mr. Chris Gopalakrishnan tells us how the wealth can be utilized for good purposes for the community in general. Let me first thank you for associating me with this Param Foundation for the last 1 year. And let me also share the pleasure that I had in interacting with our young team. And I wish all of you the very best. And we look forward for all your support. Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti and Vitta Shakti for moving forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Your words give us so much to think about and your perspective has been truly valuable to everyone here. Thank you so much. May I now request the dignitaries to take the seat among the audience as we play a video on the glimpse of ParSEC White. we come to an end to the formal inauguration ceremony, I request Inavamsi, the Director Science at Param Foundation and a part of the Executive Committee, to deliver the vote of thanks. As I read out Mr. Inav's profile, he is an alumnus of New York University in Computer Science and Chennai Mathematical Institute. He brings together strong academic grounding with a bold and creative approach to building impactful ideas. He has worked as a research engineer at IISc, founded a health tech startup, and is an award-winning innovator. At Param, he leads the scientific vision and development of experiences at ParSEC, shaping how science is made interactive, engaging, and meaningful for visitors. Now, may I request you to kindly deliver the vote of thanks.
Namaste, owners of Param. Yes, owners, not guests. Good afternoon. Today is the announcement of the start of an experiment. A big one. With Param's journey across science, history, culture and innovation, this is one more experiment in its large list of experiments. And every single one of you is in it. I believe a thank you is reserved for strangers and not for owners. I do not have the authority to thank owners. And that is why instead I am grateful that we are on this journey together. Dear Chief Guests, you took out dear Radhakrishnan ji and Chris ji, you took out the time to come here, we are humbled. To our trustees, this began as a thought, you chose to believe in it and you stood by it. To the Param team, this is your sweat, your late nights and everything else. Your persistence is visible. Our partners and donors, Ola Foundation, thank you. You helped with our makerspace. Symphony Air, you helped with our AI gallery. Volvo Trust and Bangalore Traffic Police, you helped with the Traffic Safety Gallery. Zen Technologies for the Color Gallery. JP Tech Park for making the space possible. Mythic Society for their equipment. BBMP Park and the local authorities for smoothly giving us permissions. Media for taking the story forward. And over 300 collaborators and vendors. Too many names, but every single one matters. Last night, I tried to write down every single name and I failed. Simply because I realized it was not built by a few people. It was built by over 1,000 people, each one putting a part of their soul and heart in this building. So, from experts to welders, from code to concrete, from AC ducts to the smallest gear, over 1,000 people left a part of themselves here. And millions more will in the years to come. So, one thing I'm glad to say is over 80% of it is not just made in India, it is designed in India. And that is truly an achievement for experiences this way. Then I moved on to trying to count the organizations. Over 200 were already part of this journey. And many hundreds more will join it. So I stopped naming and instead started focusing on gratitude. Param and me, we are all grateful to have met and learned from each other. To everybody who is part of this and every single person who is going to be a part of this. We hope you leave a part of yourself here and take a part of Param with you. So now listen carefully. By being here, you are not visitors, you are not collaborators, you are Param. Param is nothing without its people. You may have walked in thinking you're a guest, but you're walking out accountable as owners of this dream, this experiment and this space. So it has just started. It will change, it will evolve, it will grow with every single person who walks in this. And that is precisely what a living lab is. Not constant, never final, always experimenting, always evolving. Every single person who walks inside this changes this space. They own it and they hopefully leave a mark on it, and not only on the space but on themselves and the dream. A dream that is not evolving is not a dream. So take a step in, take it, build on it, break it, but improve it and grow. Because this does not belong to Param, this belongs to you. And in the end, this is a vote of thanks, so I have to thank something. And the only thing I really can thank on behalf of all of us owners here, is the civilization which made Param possible.
Thank you, Anna. Before we conclude, may I request all of you to kindly rise for the national anthem.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय